Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this video I will teach you how to prepare for an NHS interview. If you are applying for any job role within the NHS, make sure you watch this tutorial from start to finish because the tips and answers I am about to give you will help you pass your interview at the first attempt. And to achieve that goal, I will cover the following 4 things in this video. Number 1, so I will tell you which questions you should prepare for in advance of your NHS job interview. Number 2, I am going to give you 2 great tips for answering each of those interview questions correctly. Number 3, I will then give you the best answers to those NHS interview questions to help you pass. And then finally, number 4, I will tell you where you can instantly download these slides plus my 21 great answers to tough NHS interview questions. And just very quickly, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands of you are passing your interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed, and please give the video a like. Hit that like button right now because that really does motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And also, please tell me the name of the NHS job you are applying for in the comments section below the video, and I will give you some additional tips to help you pass. Okay, so the first NHS interview question I recommend you prepare for is tell me about yourself. Here's 2 tips. Tip number 1, make sure you practice your answer to this first NHS interview question before you attend your interview. It is important that you come across as a good communicator and someone who has the skills and knowledge needed to work for the NHS and, more importantly, demonstrate competence in your work. And tip number 2, in your answer to the tell me about yourself interview question, you can talk about being a diligent, forward-thinking and supportive employee who understands the importance of demonstrating the 6 NHS values in your work. So we will talk more about these 6 NHS values as we progress throughout this tutorial. So here is my top scoring example answer to help you pass your NHS interview. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for this opportunity. Prior to applying for this NHS position, I studied the job description and person specification carefully, and I am confident I possess the skills, knowledge, qualifications and experience to excel in the role. I am a diligent, confident, forward-thinking and supportive healthcare professional who understands the importance of demonstrating the 6 NHS core values in my work. I have experience working in several healthcare positions where I developed the skills of empathy, understanding, maintaining high standards and collaborating with others to deliver first-class treatment and care. Now, if you employ me in this NHS position, I will be a positive role model for the organisation, set a good example to my co-workers, be flexible in my working hours to support my department, and also take ownership of my ongoing development so I maintain competence in my work. That is a brilliant example answer to that first NHS interview question, tell me about yourself. Now you can either pause the video if you want to and write down the questions and answers, or if you wait, I will soon tell you where you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 21 brilliant answers to tough NHS interview questions. Here is the second interview question I strongly recommend you prepare for, and that is, why do you want to work for the NHS? Here's 2 great tips, and I will then give you my top scoring example answer. Tip number 1. So in your response, again, reference those NHS values and how they align with your own personal and professional values. You can also then say that you will get a great sense of pride working for this fantastic organisation, and the job satisfaction you will receive cannot be matched anywhere else. And tip number 2, other positive things to include in your answer are the fact you will get to work alongside other like-minded healthcare professionals, and you will have the opportunity to develop and enhance your skills throughout your career with the NHS. So here is my top scoring example answer to help you pass your NHS interview. Why do you want to work for the NHS? I want to work for the NHS because my values are aligned with the organisation's. The NHS has an impressive history of over 70 years and is renowned for delivering first-class treatment and care. I will feel a sense of pride working for this great organisation. In the NHS, I will work alongside other like-minded healthcare professionals who are positive, support each other, and genuinely want to make a difference to others in their work. I also want to work for the NHS because the standards are high. I will receive fair pay and good benefits and have the opportunity to develop, enhance and improve my skills by participating in the available training courses. So that is another brilliant answer that will help you pass your NHS interview at the first attempt. Now don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner of the video and you can head straight through to my website passmyinterview.com, where you can instantly download these slides plus an additional 21 great answers to tough NHS interview questions. Here is the next question I recommend you prepare for. This is a difficult one, but it comes up all the time during NHS interviews, and that question is: what are the values of the NHS, and when have you demonstrated one of them in your work? Tip number 1. So it is vital you learn and understand the 6 NHS values before you attend your interview. Now this is one of the more common questions asked at NHS interviews. So in your response, briefly list those 6 NHS values and then give a description of a situation where you demonstrated one of them in a previous job role. So let me now give you my example answer to this difficult but common NHS interview question. What are the values of the NHS, and when have you demonstrated one of them in your work? Here we go. The NHS values are respect and dignity, commitment to quality of care, compassion, improving lives, working together for patients, and everyone counts. In my previous healthcare post, I noticed a locum healthcare worker was not asking a patient sufficient questions to determine their needs, which I felt would result in substandard treatment and care being provided. I spoke to the locum worker privately and gave them guidance on the questions they should be asking, and then monitored their interaction with the patient moving forward. Now, my actions in this situation demonstrated a thorough commitment to quality of care. So that's a really good example answer to that common NHS interview question. Now, if you want to listen to some more example answers based on the NHS values, you can click that link in the top right hand corner of the video at any time. Do it at the end of the video and watch that tutorial right here on YouTube, where I teach you how to answer questions based on the NHS values. But here's the next question I recommend you prepare for, and that is: what are the most important skills needed to work in the NHS? Tip number 1. Now, this next common NHS interview question is assessing your understanding of the job description and person specification for the role you have applied for. Make sure you read the job description and person spec before your interview. Those documents will definitely help you pass at the first attempt. And tip number 2, In your answer, mention the need to take the lead during difficult situations, collaborate closely with other healthcare professionals, and also, most importantly, communicate effectively and listen at all times. So here is another top scoring example answer to help you pass your NHS interview. What are the most important skills needed to work in the NHS? The core skills required to deliver excellence in your work for the NHS are diverse. You must possess leadership skills, be willing to take control of difficult situations, and speak out when things are not done correctly. NHS workers are supportive collaborators who take ownership of their ongoing development. To work in the NHS, you need strong organisational skills and the ability to communicate effectively while listening carefully to patients and their needs. You must have the confidence, resilience and determination to manage challenging and stressful situations and have the knowledge and fortitude to solve problems while embracing and supporting change to improve the NHS and the service provided to patients. That is another brilliant answer that's going to help you pass your NHS interview at the first attempt. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and also tell me in the comments section below the video the job or band role in the NHS you are applying for so I can give you some more tips and sample questions and answers. Here is the next NHS interview question. How would you deal with a difficult patient? This is a tough question to answer. Here's 2 great tips. Tip number 1. Now, NHS workers face a difficult task dealing with difficult patients who are often stressed because of their illness or injury. Now, NHS workers, in my opinion, are exceptional at dealing with people. They make them feel reassured, and NHS workers always focus on achieving the best outcomes. Tip number 2, in your answer, talk about remaining calm, following your training and the operational procedures and protocols that are in place, and also listening to patients to provide first-class treatment and care. So here is my top scoring example answer to assist you. How would you deal with a difficult patient? Here we go. I deal with difficult patients by maintaining professionalism, being calm, listening carefully and asking questions to establish their needs. I do my best to keep patients informed and I involve them in the decision-making process when appropriate. I set boundaries with patients, address their concerns directly and never take anything they say personally. By being confident in my abilities, adhering to my training and the healthcare organisation's operational protocols, I can quickly overcome the challenges some patients present. So that's another great answer. All of these responses are going to help you pass your interview, as I said, at the first attempt. So the next thing to do is make sure you click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download these slides with all of the tips and answers plus an additional 21 great answers to tough NHS interview questions. They both come in a PDF guide, which means you can have them in your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now. Make sure you click that link and go through to my website. Also, tell me the name of the job or the band role you are applying for in the NHS in the comment section below the video so I can give you some more free training and tips to help you pass. Hit the like button. That really does motivate me to create more videos for you. Don't forget to subscribe as well. That's very important. And you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always a pleasure and an honor to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching and for supporting my YouTube channel. I wish you all the best for passing your NHS interview. Have a wonderful day.